What's up, CBN? I got my calculator open here because Miss Latressa Cott, shout out to her. When I posted on my story, she saw that I was saying how rich people don't work for money. And if you don't quite understand that concept, then go read Rich Dad Poor Dad. But I figured I'd go ahead and do like a quick illustration real quick, just to kind of break it down a little bit simpler, to help anybody understand what is meant when people say that rich people don't work for money. And this is what you have to understand. Say you have this guy, Bob, who works 8 hours a day and he makes $400 a week, right? Or $4,000 a month, right? How about $4,000 a month working 40 hours a week, 8 hours a day? Well, if Bob wants to get more money, then usually what Bob does, or what most people do who don't think like rich people, they say, okay, I need to get more money, so I need to work more. I need to get more work so I can get more checks, because they only know how to trade time for dollars. So Tom might go get a part-time job to increase his income, work another 2 hours a day or 4 hours a day. So let's say he work another 4 hours a day, and now he increased his revenue by another $2,000 a month. Okay, so plus 2,000. Now when he got that part-time job, he's now working an extra 4 hours. So instead of working 8 hours a day, he's now working 4 hours a day. 12 hours a day. All right, so it's only but so many hours in a day. If he works 12 hours a day, that's half of the 24 hours that we're given each day, okay? So it's only 24 hours in a day. So he's maxed out. He can't do but so much. He has to sleep in order to, stay afloat as a human. And then he has to, he probably has other things that he needs to do to actually drive to the jobs, maybe sit home for a little while and have some rest time. So he's maxed out at this point, right? And so that's what happens to most poor people when they try to increase their revenues. They try to trade more time for dollars. They try to work more for it. Well, you have rich people who they don't work for money. Okay, so if they have, let's just say, cleaning company, for example, and instead of going out to clean a house that that pays them $250 a month, instead of cleaning that house, this person says, okay, well, I don't want to clean because I don't work for money, thinking on like rich people think. So instead, I'll just take, 30% of this. Okay, so instead of taking that whole $250, they would just take the 30%, which is $75. And then they'll say, okay, that's good. I made a 30% profit off of this. Okay, then all I gotta do is I need to go get 500 more of these. Okay, so 75 times 500, and they increase their revenue by just adding more value, providing more value as a service. Okay, so what rich people do in order to increase their income is they provide more value. They help more people. So you're helping people by providing jobs to other people who want to work and use that form of means to get money, which is trading time for dollars. And then you're also helping people by providing a service to them. So those people who want the house clean, you help them by providing more services. Okay, so well, what if you say you want to grow your income even more? Well, you just multiply again. So rich people multiply, poor people add. Okay, so that's all you do. You just multiply instead of adding. Stop trying to trade time for dollars and trying to work more and more and more to increase your income. Instead, figure out ways where you can increase value. Okay, so for example, with my YouTube channel, the more people I help on YouTube, the bigger my YouTube revenue check is, because I get paid from the ads that are on my YouTube videos. Well, the more people that watch the videos, the more I get paid from the ads, because the more people that see the ads, which means that the more that the advertisers will pay me. Okay, so same thing with my website. Any of my products that I sell on my website, the more people that I'm able to help with those products that I sell, the more money that I'll make. So you have to learn how to serve more people versus trying to trade more time for dollars. Okay, so really you shouldn't be working for money at all. Now I know a lot of people who are bootstrapping a business. You might start off working it yourself because you have to pay your bills, right? And you might say, well, how am I supposed to pay my bills if I'm not taking all of the revenue? So I get that starting off, but you need to understand that concept that you're not working for money. You might work to build an asset up. Okay, then that's what assets are what make you rich. Okay, if you are not working, nobody can work their way to getting rich unless you have $1 million salary. Okay, but and then when you do have that, you still have to have great money habits in order even to maintain that money. Okay, so if you can't work your way, rich people don't work for money. Okay, they work for assets. They work, and that's it. They work for assets. All right, and poor people work for money. All right, so don't work for money. Simple as that. Work for assets. See how you can create a passive flow from what you're doing, and then multiply that passive flow. All right, I have a formula that I created. I said, what is it? RI times, what is it? MS equals big F. So residual income times multiple sources equals financial freedom. The rich not working for money, but at the same time, should you be working for money? All right, because in some videos I might tell you you got to be willing to go the extra mile, work hard for years at a time, sacrifice, put in, grinding and all of this, right? But then in another video I would tell you, well, the rich don't work for money, as Robert Kiyosaki has taught me, right? And so I'm gonna tell you both of those are true, but here's how it goes, okay? First of all, let's look at this statement. The rich don't work for money, okay? That statement says the rich don't, which means currently they don't, right? But that doesn't say that the rich never worked for money, right? Like if you were self-made millionaire, just because you might not work today as the millionaire for money, that don't mean you never ever work for money, right? And so what I'm trying to tell you is this: when you still in the mud and you trying to get it out the mud, you're gonna have to put some work in, right? Because you probably gonna have a day job to help pay your bills, and you're also gonna have this business on the side that you're trying to build up so you can get out of that day job, right? So now you're working day and night, night and day, right? Not to mention, eventually, depending on how you grow your company, what type of company that you have, you might be working and quit the day job and still be working night and day and night to build up that business, right? And so at some point though, after building and grinding for so long, you have to start building systems, okay? And that's the part where we get to when we say the rich don't work for money, okay? So it is going to take some sacrifice. You are going to have to, skip the Netflix series for a little while, right? You are going to have to miss the family events for a little while, right? While you're building up this business, because you just got to wear so many hats as a business owner. You usually the service provider, you're the payroll service, you're the bookkeeper, you're the web developer, you're the salesperson, you're all of these different things for your company when you first start a company off. But as you get your experience up and as you start to grow, you start to put systems in place, and now you hire a payroll company, right? Now you have a web developer, right? Now you hire all of these different things, these different positions rather, to help your business sustain itself so that you don't have to do every little thing. And then at some point you graduate to the point where you simply don't work for money anymore, because this is the secret that makes people rich, and that will separate the real business owners from the ones who just stay self-employed. Is this: they learn to stop working for money. Okay, you realize, okay, well, I have to provide a cleaning service. Okay, but in order for me to provide this cleaning service, I won't be doing the cleaning. I have to find somebody else that's willing to do it. So you can't never look at a job. A lot of the big mistake that a lot of even veterans make in a lot of service businesses, right? You get a plumber. He's the owner of the company, but he's out there doing the quote for you and coming back and doing the job for you as well. He might bring a helper or two, but he's still in that field, right? Or she's still in the field. And that's the big mistake that service providers make. And that's why they never make that leap to making $1 million company, right? They might do 6 figures or 75,000 or 80,000 for the year, right? And they very highly paid as a plumber or as a some type of contractor, right? But they never really blow and build that company up bigger because they don't make it into a system. They don't build a real business, right? So instead of going out and you getting the bulk of the profit from each job, what this person should be doing is not working for money physically, right? Instead, what they should do is get the job, send 2 people out there to do the job themselves, pay those people a percentage of it, and then you keep a percentage of it without actually touching it, all right? And until you get to that point, you just simply cannot scale, okay? That's why Sam Walton isn't a cashier at Walmart, or wasn't, rather, because he passed now, right? But that's why you don't see Mark Zuckerberg, doing customer service for Facebook, right? You don't see Elon Musk at your local Tesla dealership, right? Because they simply can't do those things. Those are lower level tasks within the company that the CEO has no business doing it, period. They can't afford to because they have to work on the business and not in the business, okay? And until you get to that point, you're gonna have to grind first, right? So you should work your way up the ranks. You should know how to do all of the lower level tasks in the company. But at some point, you have to make that transition and say, okay, I'm done working for money now. You know what I mean? I'm done trading my time for money. Now I'm starting to start trading my money for time, right? So now I'd rather pay somebody to take the time to provide sales service for my company than for me to actually take the time to go do the sales, right? Now I'd rather pay somebody to provide the cleaning services for my company than me actually go to clean, right? And so you keep a little bit on top, keep a little bit of profit at the top, and then you pay out somebody else to handle those time-consuming things so you can focus on growing the business even bigger, right? And that's just simply the goal, man. So when it comes to rich people don't work for money, no, they don't work for money, right? But they did work before they got the money, right? They don't work for money when they have it, right? Once they have something that they can systemize and build upon that can work on its own for the money. But until you get that system, until you get that business, then you will have to work for money until you build something up that can work for itself, right? So you want to create assets like small businesses, right? Like real estate, right? Like think any type of vehicle that will produce income for you, cash flowing assets, okay? And until you get cash flowing assets, you will have to work for money, all right? But once you start building that one, and I always tell you, focus on that one business first. The business is the number one thing. Nothing will get you rich faster than owning a business, okay? And you got to put your all into it, sacrifice 5 to 10 years to build it up. And then once you do that, you free for life. All right. And that's the formula that I follow. That's the formula that I watch so many other entrepreneurs follow. If you look on the Forbes list and you see who's leading the Forbes list every year, it's always entrepreneurs, people who build their own companies. All right. So that's my advice to you. Build a business, start a business, build it up. You're going to work and grind hard for money in the beginning and grind hard to build that asset. That's really what you work. You're not even really doing it for the money. You're doing it for the asset so the asset can provide you money later. Then you systemize it and you stop working for money. You stop trading your time for dollars and start trading your dollars for time, because time is the real money. You heard the old phrase, time is money. And it really is. Time is the money. It's not time is cash, because cash isn't the money. Time is the money. That's what the whole goal is, to build up assets that create the real time for us, all right? That we can spend with our family, that we can spend on building our business even bigger to serve even more people, all right? That's what it's about. I'm AJ Simmons, founder of the Clean Biz Network. And if you ever thought about starting a business, consider starting a cleaning company, all right? Because it's low investment cost with a high upside. And I can help you get started with our Cleaning Business Starter Kits at cleanbiznetwork.com. So check it out. Check us out, cleanbiznetwork.com. Talk to y'all later. I'm out of here. Thank you for watching my video, and make sure you hit that like button if you liked the video, because I know you did, and also hit subscribe, and right beside that subscribe button is going to be a notification bell. You gotta click that, because guess what? You never know when I'm gonna go live. As a matter of fact, I might go live right now, so make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss my videos, all right? And if you want to start or grow your business, check out cleanbiznetwork.com, all right? We have cleaning business starter kits. We have a lead generation service to help you grow your cleaning business, all type of stuff. So that's what I got for y'all until you click another video and go watch, man. Watch another video, why not?